Meditations are wonderful. Um, and it kind of inspired the question, when I'm doing the work, and sometimes I get so overwhelmed, and as always, I attempt to come into the body and feel the sensations. But sometimes I find myself just crying out for help, like from the higher, or praying, have mercy. So, as a curiosity, where does asking for help from the higher or prayer fit into the fetters? Is that a ritual? Is that something that's identification? How best could I use that?
Well, I really love that you're bringing it up. Um, when we have a background in any type of religion, no matter if it was a cult or if it's an acknowledged religion, anything that where there's a higher deity, whether it's a god or the universe or anything that is higher than us, um, then um, there is identification happening on the level where we believe that there's something bigger than us. And that is what is dissolved in the eighth fetter. The eighth fetter is paired with the first fetter. That is about identification of self. And in the first fetter, I pose the question, who am I? In the eighth fetter, I pose the question, am I? Because it's where we let go of, I see it a bit as when we have religion and when we have Neo Advaita Vedanta and we have the universe and something bigger, I have no problem with, like you say, that sometimes you're just crying out for help, please help me, please have my back, I can't see my way out of this, please be there and support me. I completely support you in doing that. I'm quite sure that when you get to the eighth feather, you're going to see through that. Until then, I view it very much like training wheels on a bike. That before you can bike on your own, you need training wheels on. And some kids are wearing the training wheels way, way after they have learned how to bike. But it just feels a bit more comfy to have them. And that's how I view what you're talking about. So I have no need for anybody to rush in and dissolving that sensation of something bigger than me. I also see it as a very healthy, if we have a childhood and if we have trauma where we were absolutely abandoned on every single level that we could be abandoned, emotionally, intellectually, psychologically, spiritually, every single level we were abandoned, physically, every single level we were abandoned. We had to have, because we were children, we had to have something to rely on. We had to have something to have our back. And normally we created some kind of ideal, usually it's an ideal parent, that the other parent was the problem. But this parent, the ideal parent, that was the parent that was actually also a victim for the cruel parent. So we create a story like that, where obviously that is not the case. Both were as abusive. One was abusive, outwardly. The other one was abusive with closing their eyes. Being a witness and not helping. But as a child, we can't deal with that. We need somebody to have our back. And until you're completely okay with seeing through all of it and seeing that there really is no one in here or out there, until that is possible, I would like for you to stay where you are. It's completely fine. And asking for help and saying thank you and being grateful and feeling that you have a connection with something that gives you calm in your life, I'm completely on board with that. I think it's fine. Absolutely fine. It's funny when we have a group where there are people that everybody has seen through the lower fives and they're working with excuse me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's so clear to see who are in the 8th feather, because the 8th feather people are the ones that are happy. I'm one with everything. Nothing matters. Oh, that's fine. I get an extra bill from taxation. It's fine. Everything's gonna sort itself out. It's just beautiful, and everything, and I'm part of the whole. I'm part of the one, and all of that. That's very much an 8th feather being.
Mm.
And everybody that has passed that, going like, stay there as long as you can, because you will crash, you will see through it, and life will not be, all unicorns and rainbow, because there is identification of that, and that's why it's paired with the first one. So I hope I supported you in being completely fine and okay where you are, but also knowing that you can work with it, with the feathers.
That was so beautiful. And it was very, how you presented it, gentle and allowing and open to other possibilities. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good. I'm happy about that. Yeah, and really, allow yourself to be where you are with full acceptance and love and compassion to where you are. Yeah, you're not in a rush. Which goal are you supposed, to reach when there isn't any? So just, it's completely fine as long as you have that feeling of being held. Also, if you just, look at it, if anyone comes from a traumatic background where there were no one, to reach a point in your life where you feel safe and where you feel held and where you feel that I can ask for support, I can ask for help, I can rely into, and I can say thank you for seeing this beautiful view, and I can say thank you for waking up one morning without pain. I might get pain 5 minutes later, but I woke up without pain, and I can say thank you for that. That feeling of somebody having your back, that's an improvement from a very, very traumatic background. So stay in that as long as you need, and you will automatically, let go of the training wheels when you don't need them anymore. So there's no rush and no need to be forceful about it at all.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you.